Hi again. I remember this time when I was standing somewhere waiting for someone, and I looked on the floor and there was an ant walking. And I thought to myself, I can see 5 meters in front of that ant, 10 meters in front of that ant. I can see what's to the right of the ant, to the left of the ant, behind the ant. I know that if the ant continues on the path it's going, where it's going to take him. And I know, let's say, for example, that if the ant turns right, he'll run into a chocolate bar. But if he goes left, danger. And it got me thinking, I had this bird's eye view of the ant. And our lives can be like that sometimes, because we can be like those ants. We don't know what we're going to encounter 10 meters in front of us, in theory, let's say, in the future, 10 years from now. We don't know what's going to happen if we make one decision or the other decision. Okay, but God knows all of these things. God has this kind of bird's eye view of our lives. He knows our past, He knows our future, He knows what each decision we make, what path it will take us on. And it's interesting because, while we're so nearsighted, we don't know what lies ahead. We don't know what our choices will bring. But God knows all of these things. So isn't that even so much more reasons to trust Him? Knowing that He sees things that we don't. I mean, when there's a war going on and there's like ground, foot soldiers, and then there's like air support tells them, the enemy's in that direction. They listen to the air support because they can see things that they can't, right? And in the same way, like this thing with the ants, God sees things that we don't. He knows that if we make this choice, we'll come into blessing, and if we make this choice, it will be bad for us. He sees all and knows all, knows more than we can imagine. So even if the path you're on, the path that God has told you to go on, doesn't make sense, remember that over that next rock, there could be a chocolate bar, right? Over that next hurdle in life, there could be something great. And even if, whatever the case, we know that God loves us, and that God works all things for good for those who love Him. So we need to trust Him. We need to seek His will, His kingdom. At the end of the day, it's not just about me, right? It's about Him, just knowing Him and just walking according to His will, not our own, knowing that will bring us closer to Him, and that He has a plan, that He has a perfect will that we don't fully understand sometimes, we can't fully comprehend, because He sees everything and we only see a small little bit. Take care.